Hi, welcome back to another one chart lesson. Today it's a very quick one. We're looking at a song by Vinnie Virgo called Shot Down. It's a simple 4-chord progression. It's A minor, C, D minor and G, but he uses notes out of the bar chords. So you don't need to know your bar chords in order to play this song because we're only using partial shapes of the bar chords, but I'm going to explain where they are anyway because a lot of people do know their bar chords and it makes it easier to remember these shapes. Let's go. Download your one chart and put it in front of you, and these shapes, I'm going to take you through one progression which you'll hear at the start of the song, and then as we get further into the song there's a couple of extra little bass notes you can add in there that you hear throughout the song that kind of just, you know, change things up a little bit. So it's in 6/8 time, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the first position is your A minor chord. Now, as a bar chord, it's an E minor shape on the 5th fret. Looks like this. We're using the last 4 strings, so it's 7 on the D, and then 5 on the G, 5 on the B, 5 on the E, which are all taken by that first finger. And the way we play this chord is play D string, G string, B string, then on the 4th beat, you strum the G, B, and E strings together. You can also add the D string in that strum, but it sounds a little bit fuller than what it sounds like on the actual song. So I think what they do is go, and that last strum, you strum it and then release the pressure on that first finger without actually letting it off the strings. So then the chord gets cut short, nice and staccato like that. So that's your first bar. And if you're using a pick, same thing. Then towards the end of that first bar, you walk up from the 7 on the D string up to the 10th fret. Now this is the beginning of our C chord, which is an E shape on the 8th fret. As you walk up with that 3rd finger because you need that 3rd finger to land on the 10. And we're filling in the chord around it with the same rhythm that we did before. But now we're going 10 on the D, 9 on the G, 8 on the B, and 8 on the E. And it's like this. Come down to our next chord, and there's a rest at the end of that bar. Come down to the D minor chord, which is on your 5th fret. Now this is going to be an A minor shaped chord on your 5th fret. And you start on the D string again, and you go 7 on the D, 7 on the G, 6 on the B, and 5 on the E. Last 2 beats of that bar, we're walking down from the 7 on the D, down to the 6, down to the 5 on the D. That's the beginning of the last chord, which is your G, which would be an E major shape on the 3rd fret as a bar chord. So we're using 5, 4 on the G, 3 on the B, and 3 on the E. So we go and play like that. Then as we come back, there's a rest at the end of that bar. And as we come back to the progression, I'm going to play that once through and then we're going to add the extra little notes. Right? So second time through, I'm going to add some notes. See if you can figure out what they are. The extra little notes we've put in are just before the D minor. So we're on the A string, we're going 5, 7, 5. And now when you spell out the D minor chord, you're on the kind of slightly lower strings. It doesn't really matter which ones you spell out as long as you keep the beats right. So you go pick, pick, chord, right? Then coming down to the G, only do 3 notes on the G instead of 3 notes on a strum like we did before. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, then move to your open E string, O, 3, 4, back to the start. back to that 7th fret D string in time or quickly enough, you can use your open A string. It's just an octave lower on that note. Alright, so you can go. It's virtually the same, you're just using a lower note to start your A minor chord with. All the way through, in both top and bottom versions on your chart, goes something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A string instead of the 7th fret D string there on that last one. That's it, that's the whole song all the way through. So have some fun with it. It's a very nice, simple, easy chord progression, but it gives your fingers a little bit of a workout and really works on your rhythm and spelling out the right notes with your rhythm. Thanks for watching, see you next time.